Here's the hard truth nobody's telling you. The fastest path to wealth isn't launching some fancy startup. It's something way simpler that you're completely overlooking. Everybody's pushing the hustle culture narrative. Start a business, create passive income streams, build the next big app. But I'm going to share something that might shock you. You're already running a business right now, today. It's called your personal finances. Think about it. You have income coming in. You have expenses going out. You have assets and liabilities. You're making financial decisions every single day that affect your bottom line. The problem is, most people run their personal finances like a failing business. They have no idea what's coming in, what's going out, and they're constantly in the red. They're the CEO of their own financial life, but they're running it straight into bankruptcy. So before you dream about becoming the next Elon Musk or building some complicated side hustle, let's fix the business you're already running. The one that controls every aspect of your financial life. What's amazing with this approach is that it doesn't require any special skills, connections, or startup capital. All it takes is a mindset shift that anyone can make today. Instead of thinking like an employee who gets a paycheck and spends it, start thinking like a CEO of your own life. Your household is your company, and you need to run it profitably. Every decision you make should be filtered through this lens. So let me break this down in super simple terms, so you can start implementing it immediately. Every successful business has 3 key financial documents: an income statement, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement. Your personal finances should have the exact same structure if you want to build serious wealth. First, your income statement is basically your personal budget. This tracks all the money coming in and all the money going out. Just like a business, you want more money coming in than going out. That's called profit, and profit is the foundation of all wealth creation. Most people have no clue what their personal income statement looks like. Then they get paid and then watch their bank account slowly drain until the next paycheck. That's no way to build wealth. That is financial instability, and it's dangerous. You can end up losing everything like that. Create a simple budget today. Track every dollar coming in, your salary, any side income, gifts, tax refunds, everything. Then track every dollar going out. Your rent or mortgage, groceries, subscriptions, eating out, shopping. This doesn't have to be complicated. A simple spreadsheet or even a notebook will do the job. I'm not saying you need to count every penny like some penny pinching weirdo. I'm saying you need to know your numbers, because what gets measured gets managed, and you can't improve what you can't measure. The goal is simple: spend less than you make. That's how businesses stay profitable, and that's how you'll build wealth. Aim to save at least 20% of your income. If that sounds impossible right now, start with 1% and gradually increase it. Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why, to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from zero to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description, and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team, and together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick, because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. Next up is your balance sheet, which is your personal net worth statement. This lists everything you own, assets minus everything you owe, liabilities. It's the truest measure of wealth, not your income, not your job title, not the car you drive, because anyone can fake that easily. Assets include your savings accounts, investments, property, and valuable possessions. Liabilities are your debts, student loans, credit cards, car loans, mortgage. The difference between these two numbers reveals your true financial position. The average person has no idea what their net worth is. They might know they have $12,000 in savings, but they don't factor in their $50,000 in student loans. That's a negative net worth, my friend. And you can't build wealth while drowning in liabilities. Create your personal balance sheet today. List out every single asset and every single liability. Calculate your net worth. It might be depressing at first, but facing reality is the first step towards changing it. Update this at least 4 times per year. Make it your mission to increase your net worth every single quarter. That is what successful businesses do. They grow their equity over time. Even small improvements compound dramatically over the years. Finally, we have cash flow. In business, cash is king. You can be profitable on paper, but still go bankrupt if you don't have cash when you need it. This is why seemingly successful businesses can suddenly collapse. Your personal cash flow is the actual money moving in and out of your account each month. This is different from your budget because it's about timing. You might earn $5,000 per month and spend $4,000, which looks great on paper, but if your bills are due on the 1st of the month and you get paid on the 15th, you're going to have cash flow problems. This is how people get trapped in the payday loan cycle or rack up credit card debt despite having decent incomes. Map out when money comes in and when it goes out. Make sure you always have enough cash on hand to cover your expenses, plus a buffer for emergencies. This might mean adjusting payment dates or building a cash cushion to smooth out the timing mismatches. Now, here's where things get interesting. In business, the goal isn't just to be profitable. It's to reinvest those profits to generate even more money, to make your money work for you. The same applies to your personal finances. Your profit is your discretionary income. All the money left over after all your necessary expenses. Most people blow this money on random stuff that doesn't matter. That's like a business owner pocketing all the profits instead of reinvesting in growth to make even more money. It might feel good in the moment when you do this, but it kills long-term wealth creation. You have to think long-term. Instead, you want to put that money to work. Pay off high-interest debt first. That's like eliminating expenses that drain your business. Then, build an emergency fund. That's your business reserve. Finally, invest in assets that appreciate and generate income. That's how you scale your personal wealth machine. The best part about treating your personal finances like a business is that you can apply proven business principles to grow your wealth. These aren't theoretical concepts. They're battle-tested strategies that work in the real world. For example, businesses are always looking to increase their profit margins. They do this by either increasing revenue or reducing expenses. You can do the same in your personal finances. On the revenue side, look for ways to increase your income. This might mean asking for a raise, developing new skills to qualify for higher paying positions, or starting a simple side hustle. Even a modest increase in income can dramatically accelerate your wealth building if you maintain your current expenses. But here's what most people miss. Controlling expenses is often easier and more impactful than increasing income, at least at first. A business that cuts expenses by 20% sees that money go straight to the bottom line. The same goes for your personal finances. Audit your expenses regularly. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use? Are you overspending on housing or transportation? Could you reduce your food budget without sacrificing quality? These small optimizations can free up hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month. Small changes add up to big results over time. Cutting just $100 per month in unnecessary expenses gives you $1,200 per year to invest. Over 30 years, at an average return of 8%, that one small change grows to over $140,000. That's the power of treating your finances like a business. Another business principle you should apply is the concept of assets versus liabilities. Real businesses know the difference between investments that generate returns and expenses that just cost money. Too many people think they're buying assets when they're actually buying liabilities. That new car, it's not an asset if it's losing value every day and costing you money to maintain. That fancy house that stretches your budget, it might be more liability than asset if it's preventing you from investing somewhere or starting up your own business to make way more money. True assets put money in your pocket. They appreciate in value or generate income. Investments in stocks, bonds, real estate, and even in yourself through education and skill development. These are the real assets that build wealth over time. So you want to focus on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. This same principle can transform your financial life faster than you could ever imagine. Now, successful businesses also track their key performance indicators, KPIs, for your personal finances. These might include your savings rate. What percentage of your income are you saving and investing? The higher, the better. Your debt to income ratio. How much of your monthly income goes to debt and payments? The lower, the better. Then there's your investment returns. How well are your investments performing? You want to compare it against appropriate benchmarks. Then there's your net worth growth rate. How quickly is your net worth increasing? Look for consistent upward progress. Track these numbers monthly or quarterly. Celebrate improvements and analyze setbacks. This is how you continuously improve your financial position and build lasting wealth. Another powerful business concept you should apply is diversification. Smart businesses don't rely on a single product, customer, or market. When they're successful, they diversify later on to reduce risk and minimize opportunities. Your personal finances should follow the same principle. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your income streams, your investments, and your skills. This creates resiliency and opens up more paths to wealth. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. Does this mean you should never start a business? Of course not. I would have never been able to make thousands of dollars per day in profit if I hadn't started a business online. Entrepreneurship can be an incredible wealth building tool, but here's the truth that nobody talks about. Most businesses fail within the first 5 years. And many of those failures happen because the founders have poor personal financial habits. If you can't manage your own money effectively, how can you expect to manage a business? If you're constantly living paycheck to paycheck, how will you handle the financial pressures of entrepreneurship? Master your personal finances first. Build a solid foundation. Create good habits. Then, if you still want to start a business, you'll be approaching it from a position of strength rather than desperation. Plus, the skills you develop by treating your personal finances like a business will directly translate to running an actual business. You'll understand financial statements. You'll know how to track and analyze numbers. You'll make decisions based on data rather than emotion. Now, unfortunately, there are some things we're not allowed to share on YouTube, which is why to help you, I've recorded a free training to show you how I went from zero to over $1,200 a day with 95% profit margins. The link is in the description and I highly suggest you check it out when you're done with this video. You can also book a free call with me or my team and together we'll come up with a game plan for you to get to 5 to 10K per month as quickly as possible. But be quick because we literally get hundreds of applications per month, so we don't have enough spots for everyone. Let me share a quick story. I have a friend who was always jumping from one business idea to another, an e-commerce store, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, you name it. But he was constantly stressed about money and never seemed to make progress. And when I looked at his personal finances, the problem was obvious. He was spending way more than he earned. He had credit card debt piling up. He had no emergency fund. Every time his business started to generate a little cash, he'd immediately spend it on personal expenses or the next shiny object business opportunity. So I convinced him to first fix his personal finances. Together we created a budget, developed a debt payoff plan, and built some basic investing skills. The transformation was incredible. Within that same year, he paid off $20,000 in debt, built a 6-month emergency fund, and started consistently investing in his business. And most importantly, he developed financial discipline and learned to make decisions based on numbers rather than emotions. And so in his business, he approached it completely differently. He created detailed business plans. He separated personal and business finances. He set clear profitability targets. And today, he's running a very successful business that's actually making money, not just creating the illusion of success. So the lesson for you is clear. Your first business is your personal finances. When you master that, you'll have the foundation to build real wealth, whether through traditional investing, real estate, or even better, starting your own business, because it's the fastest path to wealth. Let's get real about this. Most people are looking for complex solutions to simple problems. They want the sexy business idea, the hot investment tip, the shortcut to eternal riches. But real wealth building isn't sexy or complicated. It's about mastering the fundamentals and being consistent. Start treating your personal finances like a business today. Implement the systems we've discussed. Track your numbers. Make decisions based on data, not emotion, and reinvest your profits. Focus on the long-term game. The gap between where you are financially and where you want to be isn't about luck or special connections. It's about understanding these fundamental principles and taking consistent action. That is the real secret to building wealth. Stop overlooking what's right in front of you. Stop chasing complicated get-rich-quick schemes. Start treating your personal finances with the same seriousness and discipline that successful business owners apply to their companies. Track your expenses. Build your balance sheet, manage your cash flow, invest your profits wisely. Your financial future depends on it. Remember, true wealth isn't about making a lot of money, it's about keeping and growing the money you make. If you make a lot but lose everything, there's not much point. And that starts with running your personal finances like the business it truly is. Now, if you want to discover in detail the 3-step process I've used and shown to plenty of other people to make upwards of $1,000 a day in profit, literally from home in my bathrobe with just my laptop, click the link in the description below. I've made a free video for you where I explain everything, and right now, a few spots have opened up for the free consultation call with me or my team, where together, we'll come up with a game plan for you to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using what I call the PTP method. If you want to learn more about it, click the link in the description below. With that being said, I'll see you on the other side.